guys don't wear white. They don't wear white. They don't wear white. They don't wear white.
Welcome to Breakfast at BS.
Shut up.
I am your host, Johnny Lowe.
I will murder you. Urge to kill rising. Welcome to Breakfast and BS with Vince and Friends. I am your host, Vince. With me is Sergio, Johnny Lowe, and producer Virgil. So, guys, I think we're going to start off with what sucked this week. So,
Virgil? Right?
Virgil,
Oh,
you got a big one.
You want me to go first? Okay.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
I want you to swing the big bat.
Okay, cool. All right.
So your first child be a masculine child.
All right, so
He's Asian, that's not a big bat.
H. Never mind. I'll comment on that later. Anyway, this past Monday, excuse me. So when I turned on my car, and this is, mind you, 1.5 weeks ago, I got my car maintenance at a dealership. Everything went okay, but this morning, all my lights started to go off, and I'm like, "What the heck is going on?" It was like Christmas in my car. So in any case, I freaked out and took it to a dealer like right away. And this is in the morning, heading to work, which is great always.
This was yesterday?
No, sorry, Monday.
I'm sorry. All right. I'm getting into it now.
And I've probably told this story so much, and to go back, I did not take it to the dealer right away. I actually had to call and tell him what was going on. Then the next morning, I had him look at it.
Okay.
So, long story short, I have a Prius, and if any of you know anything about having a Prius, somewhere down the line, you're going to have to get a hybrid battery. And this battery is basically the power for the electric engine that works simultaneously with the gas engine, and that's why you get so much good mileage. And somewhere down the line, you will have to get a new one. And looking back on the date, yes, my car is 10 years old, and it's warranted 150,000 miles. I am at close to 200,000, so I got a good return on it. So the dealer, when he was diagnostic first, he was going to charge me $120 to do a diagnostic. And I'm like, I just brought this car in a week and a half ago. You guys couldn't tell me that. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh. And then he transfers me over to another guy and just, oh yeah, we'll get you the diagnostic for no charge. I'm like, okay. Yeah. And then so after that, and then I bring it in. I said, okay, so what's the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario is you'll have to get a new battery. I'm like, okay. And I said, well, how much is that going to be? And he tells me $4,100. I'm like, $4,100? Are you crazy? Like, and I did my research on that, and it ranges around $2,000,
Yeah.
$3,000.
It's called dealer markup, brother.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, anyway, so and I looked at him. I said, really? And then I was like, oh, let me see what I can do. And he comes back and I go, okay, $3,700. I'm like, okay, that's a $400 difference.
How? Where did you come with 10%?
Yeah, like where did you get that? And then I'm like, okay, fine. And then I was like, you know what? Let me call these other places. 2 places give me an option of a remanufactured battery, which is a hell of a lot cheaper than a new battery. And get this, the new battery is 1 year warranty. The remanufactured is 3 years. What difference does that make? And even those dealers on the phone, like, yeah, I don't get it. It should be reversed, but it does. Anyway, so I call back the first guy, and I said, hey, these are what these guys are offering me. Can you? They have a remanufactured one, they have a new one. And then the guy says, oh, we don't do remanufactured, we only do new ones. And I said, okay, well, they gave me a lower price for this one. Can you match it? Oh, yeah, let me check. And then he goes back and he says, oh, they can do it for $40 cheaper. And it was like, and so I'm going back and forth, and I finally talked to a family friend, and he works at one of the dealers I called, and so went to him, and he not only suggested I get the remanufactured one, but he got me cheaper. So you really have to shop around, people. Like I was my mom. I turned into my mom, because Asian moms can get it done when you're buying stuff. Just watch Fresh Off the Boat. You should know.
Love that show.
Yeah, anyway, that was my ordeal, and that's the short version. But I saved myself about almost $2,000.
Awesome.
Because I was like, no, there's absolutely no way for a 10-year car that's going to happen. So anyway, that was my suck this week. So. Concise version.
All right, Lo, what do you got for us? What sucked in your...
What sucked in my week is that, one, I've been the victim of credit card fraud.
Oh.
That's right. So I work in the credit card industry, and I had just recently, about a week or 2 weeks ago, gotten a chip card from my bank. Took them forever to issue it. If you don't know anything about credit cards and everything, the chip cards were mandated as of October 2015. If you're a merchant, you're supposed to be accepting them. If you are not accepting them, and you haven't made any effort to actually purchase a EMV card reader, you are liable for any fraud transactions. Yeah, that's how it works. So I got a call from my bank's fraud detection department saying, hey, we have these 2 charges for about $200 each in Corona, California. Is this you? And, bear in mind, the same day that I had gotten the call, I had stopped at a Jack in the Box and got a decline on my card for coffee for like $2. So I just thought that it declined. But later on that day, lo and behold, I get that call. I said, yeah, I've never been to Corona. Those are not my transactions. Cancel them immediately. Wow, there's a big party that just came in.
Wow. It'll be fun to edit this cat in hands.
Anyway, so I told them to cancel it. They supposedly canceled the charges and told me, go to your bank to go get a new card. The next morning, I checked my bank statement. One $200 charge has gone through. So yesterday, I went to the bank during my lunch break. They made me fill out paperwork, got me a new card, and gave me a provisional credit for my money back. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to win it because in chargebacks, a very large percentage of the time, if somebody issues a chargeback against a merchant, they're going to win anyway. And 2, on the paperwork I wrote, because I have industry knowledge, I wrote, hey, I have an EMV chip card. Merchant has obviously made no effort to take EMV chip cards. So they are fiscally responsible for this transaction, and I am owed my money back. And then that's when I was like, wow, I can't believe Ronda Rousey has a sex tape.
That's a lie.
So, this week was pretty good, so you guys can skip me. I don't have too much to talk about. Wait a minute, I was thinking about something that sucked.
You know what, dude? If you've had a good week, let's just... you don't have to try to force something.
No, there was something that was pissing me off earlier this week, but...
Yeah, we're not trying to make you mad, Sergio.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to...
No, you're one step off the ledge as it is.
It's probably a good thing that I can't remember
I don't want you to
anything bad this week. Yeah, no, it was a good week, honestly. So
Yeah. No, you know what? For the most part, I had a good week. Just a couple little gripes. One being my mom was out of town this weekend, and so I had to house sit. But I don't sleep on her bed because last time I tried that, my back went out and it was horrible. So I sleep on the goddamn lazy boy. So I'm 2 nights into this lazy boy, and I'm tired. It's cold at her house, regardless of the heater. I'm like, it was only supposed to be for one night, and then she calls me up and goes, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna need you to stay for a second night." I'm like, what the hell? I don't have a life. I mean, I don't, but still, I'm pretty screwed up.
That,
And so that's it, and some jackass just interrupting me when I'm trying to get the intro in.
Hey.
I'm including that in the final cut of this episode.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I like it.
You're leaving the whole intro in, or just leaving the jackass?
No, well, we'll see.
We'll see. All right. So.
All right, yeah, let's get into it.
So
it's getting fucking loud in here.
So, a couple episodes ago, we were talking about Ghost Rider: Spirits of Vengeance, also known as the Shit Taco.
The original
Shit Taco. So, what Sergio brought up is he liked to get some other horrible movies off of his chest besides Skyline. God damn you! You're not a shit taco. You're the whole shit burrito. Whoever freaking wrote that movie and decided to create that movie should be dragged out on the street and shot and displayed for all to see, so they don't freaking ever think about making another movie like that again. And that's just me.
Yeah.
So
you know what, Virgil? Editing on some of the previous podcasts, I remember there was a conversation that we had about, we're talking about terrible movies. and I think Master Demon.
Yes.
Do you want it? Are you prepared to talk about that?
Did you watch it?
No, I haven't,
Oh.
but I want you know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I defer to you because you seem so eager, and now I just remember now about
All
that.
right. So, Master Demon is a martial arts, I guess, fantasy.
This sounds amazing already.
Oh no, not at all. Okay, so his name was Eric Lee. He was in the Big Trouble in Little China, but he's only in it he only in it for maybe like 2-3 minutes. Well, not even that long, but he's in the fight scenes along with Gerald Okamura, the pretty much the consistent bald-headed Fu Manchu Japanese guy.
Always the henchman.
Yes, always the henchman. I think he was in Turtles, the first movie.
Yeah, I know he was in Double Dragon.
Oh, yes. Anyway,
He locked his hair in a freaking briefcase, and they were walking.
And-
Him and
and-
another guy were walking
and
at the
actually-
end saying, "Well, hench for food."
yeah, and then he's in this movie as well, and he plays the demon.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
So now, the reason why I had this movie is because Pete, my instructor, was doing tournaments a while back, and so he invited Eric Lee because he heard he had a movie and he wanted to give him a table so that he can sell his stuff. And we're like, oh, good, cool, because this guy is, he's worked with, some good directors. You have John Carpenter, anyway. And so we were so excited to watch it. My other friend Mike, and oh my gosh, at first it was very slow, and it had the worst special effects. So there was supposed to be a severed hand, and it basically was a hand they got from like Spencer's that did a wiggle around and stuff, and they were like pulling on a string, like because it was possessed, and then whoever like was possessed by this hand like had this horrible makeup, like you'd get at Halloween stores, and they spliced it. So there's a scene where this guy is a casting director and this woman comes in and
I've seen those movies.
and they spliced in like porn movies. I was like, what is going on? They're selling this to kids at the tournament. And then so I can get past the boring parts, but now the fight scenes were kind of fun. They were very much like Big Trouble in Little China, but there's some scenes that like they were fighting on a staircase, and one of the henchmen like kicks at Eric Lee. He ducks on the kick, kicks him in the butt, and he dies. He gets kicked in the butt and dies. Think about that.
So he hit him in the brain.
No.
No, it's a joke.
It was just like a donkey rear kick to the butt, and I said he's not getting up. He's not getting up. He died from a butt kick. I want that power, but I'm gonna use it sparingly.
That's what I'm gonna go for from now on.
Yeah. So anyway, that was basically
Well, that was his weak spot. He kicked him right in his
Right in the brown eye.
his Achilles anus.
His Achilles taint.
Yeah. So, suffice to say, there's a lot more things wrong with this movie, and found it on YouTube at its full length. So, if any of you want to see this horrible movie called Master Demon, starring Eric Lee, it's a pile of trash.
I got a movie.
All right, Lo, what's your shit taco?
My shit taco is going to be called The Dragon Warrior, starring Jason David Frank, JDF. I love you. You're amazing.
You're not
I worship
responsible
you.
for this horrible
But
travesty of a movie.
that movie, holy shit. I think my favorite part of the movie is where they shamelessly say that he's a Power Ranger, and they're saying that Ranger has power. There's no effort to cover up JD. So it's a fantasy adventure movie set in like old times where swords and all that other stuff. But JDF is rocking tattoos out in the open. They have like guns and
Guns like Vegas.
dice, Vegas cards. No effort to cover them up or anything like that.
Not even sleeves.
There's some sort of lady on the cover that I think is a wizard or something, but she's not in the movie.
Budget cuts.
Yeah, I think they cut her scenes. JDF is defeating all of these people who've never been beaten with the help of his fish sword. Yeah, that's right. He goes to a stream, pulls out a fish, and there's a note in the fish, and he pulls it out and it becomes a sword that he uses to beat everybody. He fights this group of warriors who's never been beaten, but they're like 18. They look really young, maybe even younger.
They just go like to a local karate school and say, "Hey, we need extras for this."
I think that's got to be what happened.
Well, they also probably need to grow a little more to experience defeat, I guess.
Yeah, like
Well, he humbled them early.
yeah, humbled him early. You got him, JDF, and we love you for it. I mean, there's a slew of things that are wrong with that movie. But, I mean, obviously my favorites are that Ranger has power.
What about like when he like wakes up or whatever, and then all of a sudden he's like in present time for like some game company or whatever?
Yeah. That's the
too?
payoff at the end of the movie. Apparently, the entire thing was a video game.
Oh.
And he's like the CEO of some company, and all the villains and stuff, everybody he encountered during the movie are actually members of the board.
And the woman he saves is his secretary.
Yeah. It's pretty ridiculous. I love JDF, so I bought the movie on Blu-ray, and it took me like 3 tries to actually get through the movie. But if you want to watch it, you might also find it under the title The One Warrior. I'm not really sure. They alternate between calling him the Dragon Warrior and the One Warrior. But yeah, if you want to check out a shit taco of a movie that secretes ice cream, then yeah, that's it.
All right, Sergio, you got a shit taco for us.
Yeah, I had one, but I can't remember the title, and I think it's important to have that so that you can avoid it by name. So I'll come back to that. I'll look it up. I'm sure we're gonna have another podcast dedicated to shitty movies, and I hope you can all hear me because there's a lot of shit in here right now. Anyway, the movie that I want to talk about is Rubber. Jesus fucking Christ.
Rubber?
Yes. For all of you who don't know what this movie is, avoid it at all costs. It is fucking eye cancer. Okay? So, the only movie, okay, where I honestly thought to myself at the end of the 2 hours that I would have been better off beating my head against the fucking wall for 2 hours. It would have been a better use of my goddamn time. Okay? It is about a fucking killer tire. Okay? Alright? It is a tire that fucking murders people. Now, listen. There's absolutely zero explanation where this tire comes. Okay, all of a sudden it starts with an opening shot of the desert. Assumedly here in California somewhere, probably, yeah. Okay? There's all this abandoned shit, there's like critters cruising around. And then they focus in on this tire that somehow starts to vibrate. Okay? Starts to vibrate and starts getting, the dust starts getting uncovered, right? And then it writes itself up, all right? And then it's like this coming-of-age story of this fucking tire. Seriously. So it's rolling through the desert, right? And the tire discovers that it has powers. Not just of rolling over things to crush them, okay? But it has these, like, I don't know, Saiyan powers? I don't fucking know, where, like, it focuses on something and that thing explodes. So the first half of the movie is the tire basically rolling through the desert, blowing things up with its tire mind, which makes no fucking sense. Okay? No, it's a fucking train wreck, and I'm doing my best to try to. That's the best that I've got in terms of describing like the action in the first like part of the movie, and then it rolls into a small town, right, and then it starts blowing people up like by just vibrating, like their heads fucking explode. Oh my god.
I heard the tire falls in love too.
Yeah. More like it becomes a tire stalker. So, yeah. So it rolls through and there's this shitty motel, right? Like there often is in the desert in California. And the door's open, which is stupid, right? Cracked open for this young, hot girl, right? Who's probably hitchhiking, I don't fucking know, right? And the tire ends up going in and it's like a peeping fucking Tom, okay? A peeping Tom tire, okay? Yeah. So she like freaks out and then it kicks the tire out and closes the door. Never mind, there's a fucking tire that's like moving around. You know what I mean, by itself. She doesn't care about that. She cares about the fact that it's like that it's looking in on her taking a shower. Okay. So honestly, man, at this point, like I blacked out from sheer rage. for a few minutes, so I can't tell you if there's any other plot points to the movie. But the tire ends, okay, where apparently it finds other tires in the desert that are like it, okay, and all of them are like heading towards Las Vegas or like another city in the desert, I'm assuming.
It's a bad batch.
Yeah, and then it just cuts to dark, and I'm like, the whole time it's like this voyeur thing where there's a group of people in the desert that are watching the tire through binoculars, and they're like, look, you know, here's this tire, and it's gonna fucking murder people. It makes my head hurt.
I have a question.
My brain literally hurts thinking about
I
it.
have a question about the movie.
Yes.
What type of tire was it?
Oh,
Was it a
Jesus
Firestone?
Christ. Does that really
Dunlop?
fucking matter? I don't know.
I mean,
Details. He needs details. I am going to watch that movie.
Oh,
That's the second time I've heard of that.
Yeah.
And because
Don't say you weren't warned.
no.
Yeah.
I'm going totally expecting a horrible movie.
Yes.
Which means I will enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the only way you can enjoy it is if you expect nothing. You have two hours that you'd rather just spend, you know, putting your hand in a vice. Oh, God.
Alright, and for my shit taco, I'll make this quick. The Chronicles of Narnia. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, whatever.
Shredder, it's fine.
Yeah.
Is that a new movie?
No, it was 2010. One, I did not want to see this movie, but because somebody who will remain nameless, but goes by the initials FUP, which stands for Fuck Up Plans, you know, because of him, you know, the driving arrangement got all screwed up, and I had to take somebody in my car because otherwise he would have been stuck with me. I had no plans to see this movie, but because I had to drive somebody to the theater, I got stuck seeing this movie.
You love me.
I'll freaking murder you for this. Like, that was just the most biggest, preachiest piece of freaking human flop I've ever seen in my life. First, it didn't even start off good because I got a cramp right before the movie.
That's what I was going to say. Is that what you're upset about?
No. I think freaking... I think I got the cramp because my body knew it was about to see something so freaking high and mighty on itself that freaking it just rejected it to begin with. And I did not enjoy that. I did not like it. I thought freaking it was a hell of a lot of preachy. When you have the lion character go, "I am in your world, you just know me by a different name," and like the picture they look at freaking is hung up on a cross. You know what kind of bullshit that they're getting into, and it's, oh God, I hate that movie so much. I never wanted to see a movie in that franchise, let alone be freaking dragged to it, than to freaking sit through 2.5, 15 hours of that fucking bullshit.
I'm going to slap the shit out of you.
Why?
Because the fucking noise from the goddamn
I'm
water
sorry.
sloshing around.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
So, on that note, that movie's freaking balls. It's a shit taco. Before Sergio slaps Johnny Lowe, we're gonna leave it at that. So, find producer Virgil, help support his band Still Ill, San Diego's tribute to Smith and Morrissey at still.ill.net, and you can find him on other social medias. Find Johnny Lowe on Facebook at Delicious Low Sizzle, and if you want to, try to find him on Instagram. I'm not gonna try to go through his whole freaking thing right now. Find Sergio Sanchez on Facebook, and find me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Aldecilo1904. Thanks for stopping by. I'll get the check.